What's up, guys? Sean here from Srkcycles.com. We have 2000. I forget. Let me look. Oh, I know it's stuck. It's a 2 or 3. 2 or 3, whatever. Spit my gum out. 2002 or 3 Honda Goldwing. Let's take it for a spin, guys. Let's take it for a spin. Ooh, hold up. 1 Thessalonians 5:17. Pray continually. Think about that one while we are riding. Now, any of you guys have seen a decent amount of my videos know that I love riding in the rain. It's so much fun. Because riding in the dry is so boring. I sound like my son. I did nothing all day, Dad. We're at like Hershey Park. I did nothing all day, Dad. It's so boring. What's exciting about riding in the rain is trying to feel what those limits are. You know, you have a good idea of what your limits are in the dry, maybe. But you know that in the wet, everything's pushed down a little bit, and you probably can't take that corner as fast as you can. Or those white lines are way slick. The white lines are like that thing that you go over when you're on Mario Kart. They just make you go super fast, and that's true. Sorry to interrupt the test drive. Come here. Shh. I got something I want to show you guys. We finally released the date of the bike giveaway. December 31st, 2017. This year. Become a Patreon subscriber. Get on board. We'll see you guys later. You gotta watch out for that stuff. Like, don't be like braking on a turn on a white or yellow line. They are a little bit slicker. Different road surfaces are slicker or more grippy than other ones when wet. Like this, just looking at this, you're like, you know this is slick. Nice and slow. So when you're in a big bike like this, you gotta be real cautious. One, I'm showing you guys how awesome this bike rides. We sell motorcycles. This motorcycle is for sale. Srkcycles.com. I'm already in overdrive and I still have power. But two, I'm also showing you guys how to ride in the rain, especially a big bike. Now stuff like this, where there's leaves on the ground, that's slick. You really got to watch out for that stuff. Now, if you compare like perfect conditions, like you know you got good sticky tires, like some Michelin Pilot Power 2CTs. I don't know if they make those tires for bikes like this, but I know they make them for sport bikes. And I know for a fact that those tires are sticky in the rain. Like it's soaking wet and you're popping wheelies in the wet. That's a pretty sticky tire. You can be pretty confident to hit those corners with something like that. The tough part is when you're riding a bike, a new bike that you have not used to, and you're riding it in the rain, how do you find, look at it, it's a good looking bike. So how do you find those limits without actually finding the limits? Because when you find the limit, normally you also find your face on the ground. And that gets expensive. So what I do is you just take it easy. When you first start, take it easy and just kind of go with it at your own comfort level. Another way to really test your grip is to forward lateral acceleration. Because we all know if you lose traction going forward with your back tire, it's not that big of a deal. It's just going to spin a little bit. It might kick out to the side, whatever, just roll off the throttle with no big deal. Now if you're riding and you just give it a little bit of gas and it starts spinning, you know you're pretty low on traction. But if you can actually get on it pretty aggressively, then you also know, hey, this ain't that bad. These tires, you know, this surface with these tires and this temperature in this condition at this time of day with this rider does all right. We're gonna try it. Another thing is, if you have a bike like this that's kind of feels a little twitchy in first gear when you're pulling away, just start in second or short shift. Get in second really quick, like this. I'm gonna pull out and I'm just gonna pop in second. Give me a little bit of leeway. Now I'm gonna get on it. Up, see? It's fairly slick. I mean, well, you know, granted, it's a pretty powerful bike. It's an 1800. It's a Boxer 6. It's got a lot of power. But in second gear, with not that high of RPMs, I started spinning. So I'm going to continue taking it easy, having me a good old time. Now, this is one of those situations where if your back tire is bald in the middle, that you're dumb. Don't be riding it. Just you need good tires, good in tread and good in age. If you know your tires are pushing, you know, if you know your tires have never been replaced and you have a 10-year-old bike, that's where you're going to see the big difference. When traction is a little bit reduced and in the rain. But if you look at this surface looks pretty good. It dries off pretty quick. It's got a little bit of grit to it. A lot about riding motorcycles, about reading the surface. If it looks slick, it probably is slick. And when you're braking, don't do as much front braking on a turn, especially like even a sharp, slow turn, because if you lose traction on that, you're gonna drop that bike real quick. I've done it. A lot of other riders, you know what I'm talking about. You've done it too. All right, guys, that wraps it up. This is Sean from Srkcycles. Check out our website, srkcycles.com. We'll see you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe. Coming in hot.
Woo! You guys like what you see? And you want to see more Srkcycles content? Click over here.
If you guys want to see stuff from the New Bikes and Beards channel, click right here. If you guys want to see a chance to win a motorcycle, click down here.
See you guys later.